Hello, I'm Alexander Banks, and joining me today is Gabriel Anderson from Anderson Talks in our first collaboration. Hello, Gabriel.
Hello, Alexander. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fantastic, mate. Fantastic.
Good. Now, sports, what are they? Is it contagious? Who plays them? I don't know. But Gabriel does, and so today he's going to be asking me to define some sports terms. Cue opening sequence.
Alright, Mr. Banks. There are 9 phrases here. The first word that I'm going to ask you to define is a layup.
You're warming up to before a game, and you're all laying down, and then you have to get up and lay down again and get up and lay down again to improve your core strength.
No.
Okay.
Not in football, it's in basketball.
Oh.
Do you know when you're right at the basket and you see people take 2 steps and lay the ball up? That is a layup.
You learn something new every day.
You're gonna learn 9 new things today. What is a red card?
Okay, so I do know this one.
And define what it is.
I think I know what this one is. So they do something wrong in football, and so the referee holds up a red card, and it's like you can only get a certain amount of red cards, and then you're taken off the field.
I mean, you're right, but like the explanation is a bit.
Well, you know, I was right. I think that's the important thing to focus on.
So if you do something wrong in the game, which is a red card offence, the referee will show a red card, and that means you have to go. You only get 1 red card in a game.
Okay, so I was. Yeah. Okay, fine. So
if you get multiple red cards in a game, then
you're really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your referee got paid. Is what happened. Next one, the box.
Is the box when someone does something really bad, so they have to go sit in the box? So it's either that, or is the box where the managers sit and the important people sit?
Oh.
Like,
you're talking about like a press box or like a
like the one that
a box where it's like a celebrity would go. I'm not talking about that.
The one that always blows up first in action movies.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to give you a second chance because you are right, but this is a phrase instead of an actual like a box.
Okay. Does someone get boxed? Does someone get like beat up because they did a bad job?
No.
That could happen in sports.
That could happen on the road. So on the football pitch, do you know where the goalkeeper is?
Yes, by the
goal.
goal.
Can you see that? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a big box that he is in.
Oh yes, right. Okay.
That big thing is the 18-yard box, right? But the box.
Wait, so are players allowed to go into the box?
Yes.
So why is it there? Oh, is he not allowed to go out of the box?
He's allowed to go outside the box.
So why is it there?
I guess it's just to measure how far you are away from goal. So they call it like an 18-yard box. Inside the box, there's a box where the keeper is, and that's called, I can't remember how big it is. I think it's a 5-yard box. But there's a box in the box where the keeper is, and the main thing that he is in the box.
It makes no sense, but fine.
Put it in the box.
Well. When you shoot the ball into the goal, shoot the ball, kick the ball.
Nah.
Okay, wait, let me try again.
Think of your definition of the box.
A player goes in the box. A player has to stay in the box.
No,
I'm lost. I'm lost and I'm bored.
Put it in the box just means, can I please have the ball when I'm in the box? So like, for example, if you're here and the box is here, I need you, because you have the ball right now, to get the ball to me in the box.
So the box is actually pretty big then, if you can still score a goal from inside the box.
You can. That's where most people score their goals from.
Ah.
Yes. What is a winger?
So all I can think of is the food item, like a KFC meal that has like a winger, but it's actually a zinger. Okay, so I know that you've got like the wings of a team. No, that's a stage. I'm thinking of the stage. I'm assuming the winger is another position on the field. It's like someone who stops it from going too far out of a zone.
It depends on what kind of winger you are, to be honest. But on the pitch, the sides, the baselines are called the wings.
Yeah.
If you play on the right side or on the left side, you're a winger.
So do you get people to play in the centre?
They're called centre midfielders.
So it does make sense.
Yeah,
there is a little
right
bit
midfielder, winger. Left midfielder, winger. Centre midfielder.
Now I know.
Central defensive midfielder, central attacking midfielder. But that's getting technical.
Yeah, that's a bit too far.
You're doing actually well as I expected, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you know.
Thank you.
We'll keep it going.
Managing expectations.
What is a sweeper keeper?
Someone who comes onto the field and sweeps all the dead grass and the leaves away.
No.
I remember there being a keeper in Quidditch. I don't remember what they did.
That was one of the harder ones on this list, to be fair, so I never expected you to actually get it.
Well,
But
so, yeah.
I did expect you to get like the keeper part of it. You know what a goalkeeper is?
Yes. Yeah, the person who stops the ball from going into the
That's
goal.
a keeper, so a shorthand term for a goalkeeper.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just one that instead of mainly staying in the goal, is the ones that are brave enough to exit the box. Please tell me what a nutmeg is.
It's a spice that you put in food.
I mean, yes.
That's it. That's all it is. Why would you use that term for football when it's so... I can't even begin to imagine what a nutmeg would be.
It's quite embarrassing if it happens to you, to be fair. It's when somebody puts the ball through your legs.
A nutmeg!
Nutmeg!
Yeah, that's humorous. That is
there you go.
humorous.
What is a free agent?
Is it someone who flick-flacks between both teams? So it's like, they're the wild card.
Yes and no, but there's a specific reason why they're named as a free agent.
Because they haven't been signed to a team.
Hey!
Yes! Oh my god! Woo! I got one right!
You got one
Oh
right!
my god, I was seriously just making that up. I was like, there's no way that they would let someone on the football pitch who doesn't belong to at least one team.
Oh.
And now...
No. You've messed it up, my guy. Get my spot back, man. I was
so
happy for
sorry.
you, man.
Right, okay.
You should be sorry for yourself.
I-
You got it right, and then you just, oh my god. When you said, like, is somebody who goes between places when they don't have a team,
I was like,
that's correct. But that just means, like, they're not actually contracted to somebody right now.
Yeah.
So a free agent means, like, say, for example, I used to play for Man United. And now I don't have a contract with Man United.
So
I'm
then-
now a free agent, so I can now pick where I want to play.
So they're not actually on the field.
No.
Okay, fine.
Or like,
I thought this was like in the game.
No. It's just a saying. It's in sports. Like in basketball, if my contract runs out with this team, I'm now a free agent because I don't have a basketball team right now, which means I can go and speak to whichever team I want to try and play for.
Technically, you're unemployed.
Yeah. Free agent. Please explain to me offside.
Is it when you shoot a ball off? Is shoot the right word? You got two sides of the field. One is one team's, one is the other team's,
Okay.
and then you shoot the ball to the other team's side, or is it completely off the field, or is it like off the field but only to one side? Not my place.
No.
Oh my god. Okay, so when I'm assuming this is what a penalty means. I don't know, but when there's like a penalty and you have to do the shootout when there's one person standing there and one goalie, right?
Okay.
And then you have to shoot from the side.
No, it happens, but no. It's actually quite difficult to explain. If you can explain to somebody what offside is,
Yeah.
that looks so impressive. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So hopefully this is a good education for you.
Yeah.
And for you if you don't know what offside is. If you are the last defender and the striker or the person on the other team goes past you, the last defender, and the ball is
So, you know, I followed you maybe up until about halfway, and then I really did try. I mean, I try, and in the many conversations I have about sports with various different people, that will come in handy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You got 0, right? But you almost got 1.
For a little while there, I did feel the adoration and the respect.
And then I took it back.
Yeah. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Gabriel, for joining me.
You're welcome.
If you're interested in all things football, from news to stories to funny football videos, then check out Anderson Talks in the description below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'm Alexander Banks, and I'll see you next time.